Good day to Dr. Wei and my fellow friends. My name is Lim Kian Ho, metric number 2711682, and I'm a student of class BWRR3123 Corporate Governance Group A. And now I'm going to present my assignment with titles an analysis of the Dutch Lady Company in Malaysia from 2015 to 2019 by using internal and external factors using corporate governance perspective. So the purpose of this study is to measure the relationship of the company performance, corporate governance, and the risk of the Dutch Lady Company. Dutch Lady Company is a cow milk and dairy products manufacturers in Malaysia since 1906. So Dutch Lady is now currently a subsidiary of Friesland Campina company, and the headquarters of the Dutch Lady are now based at Petaling Jaya. So and in the year of 2011, Dutch Lady brands already holding the 40% of the national market share. The problem and issue in these studies is sound corporate governance consists of 7 concepts, which are transparency, independence, accountability, responsibility, fairness, reputation, and social responsibility. But Dutch Lady didn't achieve certain requirements. For instance, the fairness, which is the board didn't consist less than 30% of women in the board. The research objective and the research question of this study are investigate the influence of the internal factors towards ROA, investigate the influence of external factors towards ROA, and investigate the influence of both internal and external factors towards ROA. For the research question does any relationship between the internal factors towards ROA, and does any relationship between the external factors towards ROA, and lastly is does any relationship between both internal and external factors towards ROA. Here come to the literature review. Okay. In literature review, we have the firm specific factors, company performance, operational risk, and liquidity risk and credit risk. The factors are divided into 2, which is internal factors and external factors. For the internal factors, the factors that I use in my in these studies is return on asset ROA, return of equity ROE, quick ratio, average collection periods, debt to income, operational ratio, operating margin, and corporate governance index CGI. For the external factors, the factors that I use in this study is gross domestic product GDP, inflation rate, interest rate, and exchange rate. So in this study, regression analysis through SPSS analysis to calculate the information obtained from the company annual report, which is Dutch Lady Company from 2015 to 2019. So there are the 3 models that have been used to conduct the research, which are internal factors, external factors, and both factors towards ROA of the Dutch Lady Company. So this is the table of descriptive statistics. Okay, so table of descriptive is used to explain the basic features of the data, such as mean and the standard deviation. Next, we come to the correlation tables. Okay, so Pearson correlation is the test statistic that measures the statistical relationship or association between the 2 continuous variables. Next, we come to the correlation tables. Okay, So Pearson correlation is the test statistic that measures the statistical relationship or association between the two continuous variables. From the table above, we notice that the current ratio is the least significant to the ROA with the value of 0.210 among the internal variables, while the exchange rate has the least significant to the ROA with the value of uh, 0.343 among the external variables. Next, we come to the model summary of ROA. Okay, so from the table above, the model summary of dependent and both internal and external factors tell us that the 10% of the variance in the dependent variables is explained by the unemployment rate, GDP, and operation margin. Next, we come to ANOVA tables. From the table above, we can learn that the unemployment rate, GDP, and the operation margin have the greatest effect to the dependent variables. Next, we come to the coefficient tables. From the table above, we found that the operating margin, GDP, and the unemployment rate have no significant effect to ROA with p-value of 0.437, 0.621, sorry, and 0.443 respectively. And these are the analysis, and here come to the limitation of the studies. So the limitation is the data obtained is only limited to the 5 years of the annual report of Dutch Lady Company, and in this study also we had limited to the amount of the internal and external factors in the analysis. In conclusion, the purpose of these studies is to answer the research question as stated. Okay, based off the analysis, we found that the variables in the Pearson correlation tables are positively correlated with the ROA, which means all variables have the positive relationship between the ROA. Besides, we also found that there are only internal factors are affecting the growth of the Dutch Lady Company in Malaysia, and from the coefficient analysis table, we found that the external factors are not significant influence to the ROA, but only the internal factors have the significant influence to the ROA. That's all from me. Thank you.